Hi there, welcome back to another video. I am Tilla. This is Alfie. So I put out a video on Wednesday and then my second video was on Friday. And in my first video, I kind of poured my heart out and I was just telling you how nervous I was and how I felt with starting a new YouTube channel after 50. I'm 53 years old. And then on Friday, I made a video where you met Alfie, and I was introducing him and I was talking a little bit about his stomach problem he had a few years ago and how he was healed by eating home cooked meals. So in this video, I kind of wanted to reflect a little bit about last week and just go over a little bit about how it went. So I gained I have a total of 2 followers. Okay. I got 1 follower when I put out my first video, and then I got another follower when I put out my second video. And when I got my first follower, I was like, yay, I got a follower. It's starting, I'm getting a follower. And, it's just a thrill. It might sound ridiculous to some people that I would feel that way, but it's a thrill for me to see that I'm getting a follower. And I can't wait for more. So it has been going slow. Yes, absolutely. But it's only been a week. So I don't know. Sit still there, honey. Sit still there. I don't know what more I can ask for, really. And then I also noticed that my microphone, I have a little Lark M2, and I used noise cancellation in both of my videos. But listen to the sound afterwards. It sounds like I'm talking in a metal bucket a bit, and it's like it's doing some high, strange pitches. And I was I'm sorry, he's just good boy. He's just laying down there, and the wooden sofa is kitchen sofa is sounding a lot when he's doing that. So yeah, so I was researching a bit more about the sound quality there, and apparently, from what I understand, it is the sound cancellation, which is kind of strange. But apparently, you have to talk constantly for that to work. Like if I would walk outside and there are cars driving and it's a lot of noise, and I'm talking, then it works better than me sitting here pausing between my words. So I decided today that I was not going to use the noise cancellation. So hopefully there won't be any high pitches and it won't sound like an echo and like I'm talking in a metal bucket, but you will probably hear every single noise. You will hear if I put down my coffee mug, you will hear Alfie clearly when he's moving around. And please tell me how you feel about my sound, how you feel when you listen to this video, if you would compare it to the other 2 videos, and let me know what you think, if you can hear the difference. Other things that I've been doing this week is that I have been looking into a little bit about garden plants. I've been looking into buying some new wooden stakes. Nothing fancy at all, just wooden stakes that I am going to use both for tomato plants and some other plants too. But I'm also going to use it in my garden. Like we have a pretty big garden in the back, so I'm going to use it for a bigger area for Alfie to move around in, because right now I feel like it's not big enough, so we want a bigger area for him to play even more. So And then I have been looking into, I'm going to buy wildflower seeds. And the thing is that we call it the old garden, because we have an old garden that is behind our garage. And that is a big area where I used to have vegetables years and years ago. And we want to change that. We want to have a lot of flowers and wildflowers. And I think that would be so gorgeous. Just think, when you mow the lawn around an area like that, where you have a bunch of different colors, wildflowers, beautiful, and they can be like really short to the ground and the middle, and then the ones that are really tall. And you attract the butterflies, hummingbirds, and the bees. And yeah, it's going to be so wonderful. And I just couldn't help it. I mean, we just said goodbye to Christmas and New Year, and we have a ton of snow, and it's so cold. And I love all the four seasons. I love all four seasons so much. But this time right now, when it's so cold outside, it's kind of nice to sit down with a cup of coffee and just think about, making some plans for spring, and doing it at a time when you don't feel so rushed and stressed. Oh, I got to do this and I got to do that, and I need to have time for that before it gets really warm, and so that is something that I really enjoy to do. Just planning, slow planning. And of course, I have a ton of seeds that I always collect myself, from my own plants. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to kind of round it up here, and I will let you go for now. And I hope to see you in my next upcoming video. I am going to put out videos on Wednesdays and Fridays. And it might be a third day sometimes, I don't know. But as I'm planning it for now, it's going to be Wednesday and Friday. Okay. And like I have been saying before, I would love for women around, like a big around my own age. I'm 53. So if 53 is here, if you are 30 plus, 40 plus, you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, I don't care. But I would love for us to be a community. And if there is something in my videos that you feel like, oh my God, I love dogs too, and I love nature, and I have a garden, or I would like a garden, or I have a balcony where I could have some plants, or I live in an apartment and I don't have any of that, but I have a window where I could grow some plants. If you have any of that, and if you have a passion for coffee, tea, chatting, animals, any, dogs, cats, horses, cows, just like I do, um, slow living, uh, enjoying the small moments during the day and in life. Um, yeah, I would love for you to be here. You are so welcome here. And now I'm now I'm kind of leaving the path a little bit. But if you love traveling, you're so welcome here too. If you love traveling, yes. Um, so I don't want to put pressure on anyone at all. But if you would consider following me, then you will get a notification when my videos on Wednesday and Friday are going public. So then you won't miss anything. Um, and that would make me so happy. Would make me so happy if you wanted to subscribe and come here to my community. Okay, so I'm going to round this up for now, like I said, and next video will be on Friday. So I will see you then. I hope so much that you will be here on Friday. Okay, so take care for now, and see you soon. I hope. Bye.